it's like every week we're going to be going through this thing like a Brian Branch thing with those first 4 picks that we have. It could be any one of their breakout games right here. These guys are next level. Which one of these rookies do you think is going to show out in this next game out of these top 4 picks that we had?
I'm going to go with Jack Campbell for this game. I think it's going to be Jack Campbell linebacker play because we're going to need to stop the run with Seattle.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's going to give Brian Branch a great chance. And, of course, DK Metcalf saying all those comments. He said C.J. Gardner-Johnson was soft and couldn't cover him. He came right out and said that at a press conference. He said that. So I think that there's going to be a lot of battles in the secondary. There's going to be a lot of opportunity for Brian Branch to show out. But I really think it's going to be Jack Campbell. And I think as the year progresses, we're going to see Jack Campbell really come on. And by midseason, he's going to be feared.
I think 100% in this game, because of our offensive line, it's going to be Jahmyr Gibbs. I think that you are going to see the Jahmyr Gibbs coming out party right here. And I'm going to go on and say he's going to have 2 long touchdowns in this game.
Wow.
However it happens. Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed that Seattle lost to the Rams. I would much rather them come into Ford Field at 1-0 than 0-1, like you talked about earlier, Greg, in that division. You can't start 0-2. It's going to get away from you. And they beat. But and then you also said something else that I was thinking about, Greg. You said that we want to see the Geno Smith of last year. Was that really that great, though? They won 9 games, and they had to win their last game against a trash Rams team that was banged up all over just to get into the playoffs. I think Geno Smith is who we thought he was, and the Seattle.
But they are who we thought they were.
It's a team-friendly contract. It's a 2-year deal, and it's not a ton of money. It still puts him in mid-tier as far as pay for quarterbacks. So I'm not concerned about Geno Smith. I think we're going to see the real Geno Smith like we saw the 10 years prior, who had trouble reading defenses. I'm not going to say last year was a fluke, but last year was a fluke.
Well, but it goes to the point that I was making earlier where the quarterbacks, when you get a lot of tape on you, this is natural progression for quarterback. You know, when you have a good season, you got to be able to adjust to their adjustment, right? Vince Young had a great year. I mean, there's a lot of Derek Anderson. You remember Derek Anderson, the ghost of Derek Anderson? I mean, it's happened before, but the great quarterbacks find a way to get through that. Is Geno Smith that guy? I don't know. I think I'm going to lean more towards what you were talking about, that he's going to kind of revert back to what he was now that people have seen him in this offense.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you guys. So, look, it seems like a cheesy, easy pick, but my guy that I'm keeping an eye on is Brian Branch. Looks like he'll be facing off against JSN, a guy who just absolutely lit it up in the preseason. I'm really intrigued by that matchup, and I just want to continue to see Brian Branch's progression. You know, like I said, I had an eye on the secondary all last year. Obviously, Brad Holmes did too with all the upgrades. But for this kid to come in and find himself in a starting spot amidst all this upgrading we did, and to see him go up against another premier rookie, to me, that's the guy I'm keeping an eye on. And in my opinion, just because quarterback is just such an oft-injured position, we're going to need his progression. And so I think that's the guy I think I'll be keeping the biggest eye on, and the guy I look to making the biggest impact.
I love it. Main Event Mike covered Jack Campbell. I covered Jahmyr Gibbs, and you covered Brian Branch. Okay, I think we hit them all. All of our rookies are going to be the shit. I can't wait.